An entertainer is known around the globe, worth millions of dollars but now goes bankrupt. An athlete that won gold medals and earned millions but now can't even afford to pay rent. Someone who had just recently been promoted is given a six-digit salary suddenly has a lot of debt. Have you ever wondered what is the reason behind? What mistakes had been made as to why these happened? Where did it all go wrong? We sometimes find ourselves in a financial mess and we tend to look back to what we did that led us to this position, to try to correct our mistakes or compensate for what has been lost. There's always room for improvement, and we can do better the next time, right? Join me in today's video as we find out together the top 15 mistakes to avoid when you're starting to make money. Welcome to Thrivetastic. If you're new here, why not hit that subscribe button and join our community? And as always guys, give this video a thumbs up for that YouTube algorithm. Making money doesn't solve all of your financial concerns. There is no set guideline for how money should be spent. And despite our best efforts, we frequently find ourselves in financial trouble. How many times have you heard of athletes and entertainers becoming bankrupt despite having once been worth millions of dollars? What are some of these errors that might be made when you have money? Let's find out. 1. You keep looking for small gains. It doesn't take a lot of money to start a business or invest, but many people make the big mistake of settling for small victories when they have the means to achieve much greater success. While it is wise to play it safe and judiciously follow a risk strategy, it's also crucial to keep an open mind about unusual opportunities. 2. You don't reinvest a big portion back into the business. By definition, reinvesting is putting your investment or any other form of income earned from any activity back into the said activity as capital. With the current flex life in our society, many people make money and spend it all without reinvesting a portion of it back into their business. The result is total stagnancy or slow growth. 3. You don't find a way to scale. Building a scalable system is necessary if you want to grow your business. Growing your business is only one aspect of scaling it. A more accurate definition is being able to handle the additional workload cost effectively and achieving your goals without suffering or overextending yourself. Does the activity that generates income have the potential to increase? Many people become content with their output as long as it's profitable. 4. You don't invest in people to help you grow bigger. People sometimes forget about the efforts of others when they start being successful. Suppose you own a small business with a small team and it's succeeding. In that case, you might not think investing in things that will improve the team's people will significantly affect your overall productivity. It's very simple to feel like a one-person army when you start making money, thinking that you can support yourself alone. 5. You pay yourself first. When most people start working and making a lot of money, they tend to spend a lot of it on themselves. While treating yourself occasionally is okay, you should only do so once you've put your money to work for you and have some extra cash on hand. This is a major error that most people make because they have the mindset that money is meant to be spent. 6. You don't make comparisons before purchasing. When you're strapped for cash, shopping requires visiting 3 to 5 stores and weighing conveniences against costs before deciding which item to buy. But when you're wealthy enough to buy what you want, everything changes. With money, most individuals choose to buy the first thing that captures their interest, without trying to look around for better deals. You may save yourself hundreds if not thousands of dollars a year if you invest a little time in research. 7. You ignore your credit score. In addition to many other things, your credit score is crucial in deciding things like interest rates and fees. When you have a lot of money on hand, it's easy to forget about your credit. In the end, credit isn't really necessary, but over time, it will result in higher interest rates, which will cost you much more than you should. 8. You maintain unused memberships. How many subscriptions do you own but seldom ever use? Every year, the average person spends roughly $350 on services they don't use or need. When they start earning money, people make the mistake of signing up for multiple platforms and paying membership fees for services they never use. Even when they discover a recurring subscription, they won't bother to cancel it. Although $10 a month may not seem like much, a year's worth can be hundreds of dollars. 9. You spend impulsively. Do you often find yourself making impulsive purchases? Money and emotions go hand in hand, so it would be easy to just walk into a store when you're bored and indulge in some retail therapy. Stress, sadness, or even the elation that comes with having money might trigger impulsive purchases. You wouldn't have made those purchases if you didn't have the money. So now that you do, you constantly feel compelled to stroll through the mall or spend time browsing internet stores. 10. You equate extravagance to success. Our society's influencer culture has given the impression that wealth is only real if it's evident to everyone. This makes it quite simple to start making expensive purchases after being swayed by it. You wind up spending money to look the part on vacations, vehicles, other luxuries, or lifestyle treats. Not because you truly need them, but rather because you want to impress the internet. 11. You practice lifestyle inflation. Yes, lifestyle inflation exists, and the majority of us engage in it. The desire to upgrade your lifestyle to reflect your financial situation grows when you have money. You started making 6 figures, therefore you really ought to be renting a 4-bedroom apartment, and your Toyota isn't up to the task. This is problematic and dangerous, since it can lead to several problems, such as overspending and amassing credit card debt that you should wish to avoid. 12. You quit your job. Each of us strives to achieve financial success and fulfilling life. Due to this, keeping a job may seem unneeded after you have the money, and you may decide to leave. There's nothing wrong with you leaving your work, but the majority of people don't stop to think about what comes next. The immediate void left by your resignation will need to be filled in some way. What direction is this moving in? You'll find yourself spending impulsively and chasing thrills. 13. You take too many risky baths. When they have money, it's common for people to overextend themselves and take unnecessary risks. Their ability to duplicate whatever it was that brought them the money, together with their belief, is mostly what causes this to occur. In the first place, retail traders are a typical example. A method that has made them millions will suddenly wipe away their account because they had blind faith in the strategy that have gotten them this far. The past doesn't guarantee that the present or the future will be successful in applying what previously worked. 14. You chase trends. When you have money, it's simple to invest in ventures without doing any study and buy the newest products. If a business idea is presented to you and it appeals to you, you may invest a substantial sum of money, without considering the advantages and disadvantages over the long term. You want to invest as much of your money as you can since money is designed to be spent. Although you may have some good intentions, the outcomes are not always going to be favorable. Trends do not continue forever. They ultimately come to an end, and if you're careless, your wealth could be lost. 15. You trust people with your money without proof. When you have money, you tend to trust your family and friends more frequently, and at times complete strangers, since you get along with them and it feels normal. You might even go so far as to disregard the credentials they must have to manage your assets, since you didn't believe it won't hurt much if you go with your gut. Before you figure out there is an issue, you will have lost a lot of money. When it comes to people, keep your emotions out of it and always look for solid evidence. Make it a point to not do business with people you don't want to be strict with, since you're close to them. As long as we learn from our mistakes, making mistakes is acceptable. We don't, however, have to go through everything. We can draw important lessons from other people's experiences and apply them to our lives. Keep in mind that your financial future may be impacted by the choices you make today and the patterns you develop. When you earn money, you must intentionally avoid falling into these traps. As Robert Kiyosaki said, it's not how much money you make, but how much money you keep, how hard it works for you, and how many generations you keep it for. Let us know in the comments what other mistakes you believe should be on this list. As always, your thoughts matter to us. Thank you for watching this Thrivetastic video. So if you found it valuable, consider subscribing to our channel and joining our awesome community. And if you're still hungry for more, we handpicked this awesome Thrivetastic video for you to watch next.